They've monetized your muscle loss, and they'd rather you never discover why it's happening. After 60 countless seniors are told that shrinking thighs, wobbly steps, and sudden fatigue are just aging, they aren't. What you're feeling is a nightly breakdown in repair, set off by the way you eat before bed or by the wrong foods entirely. Here's the shocker. The fixes are already in your kitchen. You've been steered away from them or sold senior-friendly imposters by brands that profit when you get weaker. The clinical term is sarcopenia, age-linked muscle loss, and it's accelerating faster than it did 2 decades ago. Why? Because your decline fuels massive profits. Less muscle means more medications, less strength means more gadgets and assists. That's not inevitable aging, that's manufactured frailty. Tonight we flip the script. We're counting down 8 nighttime foods ranked from number 8 to number 1 that can protect and rebuild muscle while you sleep. Don't skip number 3, miss it. And your body may keep burning its own muscle for fuel overnight, the exact outcome no one wants you to notice. It's not flashy, it's not expensive, it works, and it can protect your independence. Every study is linked below. Before we jump in, drop your city or country in the comments. We respond to every single one. Now, let's start with number 8. Odds are it's already in your pantry, and it could be the reason your legs don't give out next year. 8. Peanut butter. The top pick on this list isn't just another protein source. It's been linked to overnight muscle repair and even better sleep quality. Peanut butter may sound like a childhood staple, yet for adults over 60, it can be the missing link in the recovery equation, especially when eaten right before bed. This creamy spread delivers healthy fats, magnesium, potassium, and roughly 8 grams of plant protein per serving, providing a slow, steady fuel stream through the night. More importantly, its mix of monounsaturated fats and gradually released amino acids turns peanut butter into a nighttime ally for protecting lean mass while you sleep. Consider Margaret, 69. After a hip fracture and 3 weeks of reduced activity, her doctor warned of serious muscle loss. She tried protein powders, extra meat, and various supplements, but woke up weaker each day. A rehab nurse suggested a simple tweak: 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter on whole grain toast before bed. Within 10 days, Margaret noticed real change. Morning stiffness faded. She could get out of bed without bracing her arms, and the late-night hunger disappeared. The slow release of protein and fat helped prevent overnight muscle breakdown and sped her strength gains. Research backs this up. In clinical nutrition, older adults who ate nut-based protein before sleep preserved 32% more muscle compared with those who chose fast-digesting carbs or nothing at all. Scientists point to the combo of healthy fats and arginine-rich peanut proteins, which may support nitric oxide production, improve circulation, and enhance nutrient delivery to muscle tissue while you rest. Choose wisely. Many commercial peanut butters add hydrogenated oils, sugar, and excess salt. Opt for unsweetened natural peanut butter with no added oils. About 1 spoonful of whole grain toast, a banana, or a rice cake, 30 and 60 minutes before bedtime, is enough to trigger repair and limit overnight catabolism, especially helpful for seniors already battling inflammation and sarcopenia. 7. Lentils. The next pick doesn't just guard the muscle you have, it helps rebuild strength you thought was gone. Lentils are one of the most overlooked muscle-sparing foods for older adults, and their reputation suffers simply because they're carbs. Nighttime carbs get a bad rap, but lentils aren't ordinary starch. They're a complex, fiber-rich, protein-dense legume loaded with magnesium, potassium, iron, folate, and B vitamins. The very toolkit your muscles need while you sleep. Even more compelling, when paired with the right fats, lentils can outperform certain animal proteins for overnight repair. Consider Norma, 74. Determined to cut carbs after 6 p.m., she dropped bread pasta and her beloved lentil soups. Within weeks, her thighs felt weaker, post-walk recovery dragged, and nighttime cramps crept in. Lab work later showed her nitrogen balance, a window into muscle breakdown, was slipping. A dietitian urged her to reintroduce lentils at dinner 3 evenings a week. she added a warm bowl of stew. 2 weeks later, the cramps were gone, getting out of chairs felt easier, and her mornings started steadier. Here's why lentils aren't just plant protein. They're slow-digesting, amino acid rich, and built for sustained repair. A 2020 Journal of Nutrition study reported that older adults who ate legumes at dinner achieved higher overnight muscle protein synthesis and significantly less nighttime muscle loss than those consuming fast carbs or animal protein alone. The slow release of energy keeps blood sugar stable, while a steady trickle of amino acids feeds muscle rebuilding throughout the night. Their prebiotic fiber also nourishes gut bacteria, supporting inflammation control, nutrient uptake, and hormone balance. To make them work for you, skip salty canned versions. Simmer dry red or green lentils in water or bone broth. Season with turmeric, cumin, and black pepper for anti-inflammatory support. Finish with a drizzle of olive oil or a soft-boiled egg to round out the amino acid profile that's a true muscle night meal for seniors. 6. Bone broth. Bone broth isn't just a cozy soup. It's a quiet recovery engine sitting in your kitchen. This savory concentrated brew is rich in collagen, gelatin, glycine, and other amino acids that go straight to work on the connective tissues, joints, and muscle fibers that naturally weaken with age. Its edge bone broth doesn't only nourish muscle, it helps rebuild the framework that supports it. Sipped before bedtime, those nutrients are put to use during your deepest sleep cycles when cellular repair runs highest. Consider Eleanor 70. Mornings brought stiffness, soreness, and a hesitant first step out of bed. On her physiotherapist's advice, she began ending each day with a warm mug of homemade bone broth. It felt unusual at first, like a liquid dinner, she joked, but within 2 weeks her knees ached, less ankle puffiness eased, and her sleep grew more restful. Research backs the approach. A 2018 paper in Nutrients highlights glycine's ability to deepen sleep and support overnight muscle regeneration in older adults. And collagen isn't just a skin nutrient, it reinforces tendons and fascia, the very tissues that let muscles contract smoothly and without pain. Getting started is simple: make your own or buy a ready-to-sip version, then warm a cup about 30 minutes before bed. Skip options overloaded with sodium or artificial flavors. Look for slow-simmered organic broths that list collagen or gelatin on the label. A pinch of turmeric or black pepper can add anti-inflammatory support. One comforting mug each night, and you're feeding recovery from the inside out. 5. Boiled eggs. Think Greek yogurt is impressive. This next bedtime choice doubles as a natural sleep support and a shield for your muscles, no supplements required. Don't let the simplicity fool you for adults over 60. A plain boiled egg can work the night shift for your legs. Eggs deliver one of the most complete proteins available, supplying all 9 essential amino acids in the proportions your body needs to repair and rebuild tissue. That matters even more after 60, when lower hormone levels, simmering inflammation, and sparse evening nutrition can accelerate muscle loss. Although many older adults avoid food late at night, evidence shows that a small serving of high-quality protein before sleep can meaningfully curb overnight muscle breakdown. Take Rosa, 72. She always called eggs breakfast food until a stumble on her front steps made her realize how much strength she'd lost. On her son's advice, he's a dietitian, she started eating 2 boiled eggs around 9 p.m. No bread, no salt, just eggs. 3 weeks later, she could climb the stairs without gripping the rail and said she felt more planted on her feet. Not magic, just biology. A 2016 clinical review in the Journal of Nutrition reported that adults over 60 who ate a small protein-dense snack before bed maintained more lean mass than those who skipped it or chose fast-digesting carbs. Eggs ranked especially well because they're easy to digest, affordable, and rich in leucine, the key amino acid that flips on muscle repair and tends to decline with age. For best results, choose hard or soft-boiled eggs rather than scrambled or fried, which add fats and can complicate digestion. 2 eggs before bedtime suit most people. If cholesterol is on your radar, speak with your clinician. Most up-to-date research indicates eggs don't meaningfully raise heart disease risk in otherwise healthy older adults. What they do raise is your body's capacity to preserve the muscle you have and rebuild what's slipping away, one small habit outsized results. 4. Greek yogurt. Next up is a food that not only fights muscle loss, it quietly powers your strength through the night with the kind of healthy fat many older adults undereat. Greek yogurt isn't just a snack. Taken in the evening, it becomes a full-fledged recovery tool. What sets it apart from regular yogurt isn't taste or thickness, it's protein quality and quantity. Greek yogurt is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids steadily. For as long as 7 hours, it's exactly what aging muscles need. After 60, the body's muscle-building response blunts a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. So, going to bed without the right protein can push your body to break down muscle overnight to meet its needs. Casein changes that equation. It supplies a gentle, sustained stream of building blocks, while you sleep limiting breakdown and nudging repair forward. Ask Edwin, 71. He'd felt unusually frail in the mornings. Routine tests showed nothing alarming, just getting older, he was told. On his granddaughter's suggestion, she's a strength coach, he tried a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey about an hour before bed. 2 weeks later, he woke up, less sore, walked stronger, felt steadier on stairs, and noticed better balance, all without altering anything else. The science lines up. A 2012 paper in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that older adults who consume casein before sleep experience significantly higher rates of overnight muscle protein synthesis, meaning their bodies rebuilt tissue instead of breaking it down. The effect was particularly helpful for adults struggling to maintain lean mass. How to do it right? Choose unsweetened Greek yogurt, full fat or low fat over sugary flavored cups. For extra flavor and benefits, add a pinch of cinnamon or a few crushed walnuts. Skip sweet granolas and artificial sweeteners that can spike blood sugar and disturb sleep. Keep the portion modest, about 1/2 to 3/4 cup. This isn't about eating more, it's about feeding smarter. A simple bowl at night gives your muscles just enough of the right fuel to protect what you have and restore what you've lost. Greek yogurt isn't merely food, it's a plan. Once it's in your routine, you'll wonder how you ever went to bed without it. 3. Tart cherries. Don't let their size fool you. Tart cherries can transform a senior's nighttime routine, especially for protecting muscle. Yes, they're known for supporting sleep, but their impact goes further. They calm inflammation, ease post-activity soreness, and help defend against the slow, stealthy muscle loss that chips away at strength with age. Their advantage comes from 2 key compounds. Melatonin helps align your sleep-wake cycle, while anthocyanins, potent antioxidants, counter oxidative stress and low-grade inflammation, both major drivers of age-related muscle decline. Take Lila, 68, an early riser who woke up stiff and achy. She began sipping an 8-ounce glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice about an hour before bed. Within 2 weeks, her yard work soreness was cut nearly in half, and she found herself drifting off faster. Research points the same way in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports. Participants who drank tart cherry juice twice a day for a week reported roughly 1/3 less muscle soreness and recovered more quickly than controls benefits older legs can particularly appreciate. Beyond recovery, tart cherries help preserve lean mass by dialing down chronic simmering inflammation so the body can slip into repair mode overnight. Choose 100% tart cherry juice, unsweetened or unsweetened dried tart cherries for a bedtime snack. Skip blends and added sugars that blunt the benefits. A small glass or a modest handful is enough to start noticing a difference. 2. Cottage cheese. This next pick works on 2 fronts while you sleep, supporting joints and feeding muscle. Cottage cheese may look like a throwback, but for adults over 60, it's a quiet powerhouse for preserving strength overnight. Here's the problem. Your body doesn't bank protein the way it stores fat or carbohydrates. Head to bed underfueled, and your system raids lean tissue for energy precisely when muscle breakdown can accelerate. Cottage cheese flips that script. It's rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids gradually for 6 to 8 hours, like a time-release feed for your muscles. That matters because nighttime is when repair peaks. Without that slow drip, degradation speeds up balance, worsens and fall, risk climbs. In research reported by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consume casein before sleep not only boosted overnight muscle protein synthesis, but also posted more than 20% gains in functional strength on tests such as chair stands and stair climbs. Meet Howard, 73. He walked daily, yet felt his legs getting less reliable. He assumed he was eating enough protein, but his last meal was around 6 p.m., and he never had anything before lights out. After adding just half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese to his bedtime routine, he started waking with steadier legs and far less morning stiffness. It isn't magic, it's physiology. Cottage cheese also supplies calcium to aid muscle contraction and bone strength, and naturally occurring tryptophan to support better sleep quality, another quiet lever for recovery. And if you think this is the end of the surprises, what's coming next may raise your eyebrows even higher. 1. Almonds. You've heard the headlines about almonds and heart health, but almost no one talks about their muscle-saving edge, especially as a pre-bed snack. Almonds are loaded with magnesium, a mineral that drives more than 300 reactions in the body, including muscle repair, nerve signaling, and protein synthesis. When magnesium runs low, and it does for a large share of older adults, your body can't efficiently rebuild muscle tissue during sleep. Almonds bring another advantage too. They contain natural tryptophan, the amino acid your brain uses to make melatonin and serotonin. Those sleep-regulating compounds also help keep cortisol, the body's stress hormone that tends to rise at night, in check. That nighttime cortisol bump is when breakdown can begin. Enter Eleanor, 73. Her legs had weakened to the point she needed both hands to push off the couch. She figured it was just age until her grandson mentioned a piece he'd read about almonds. She tried a small handful before bed, plain raw. After 14 days, her knees felt less stiff. Nighttime calf cramps eased and the stairs didn't feel so intimidating. Subtle, but real. Research echoes her experience. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed older adults consuming about 400 milligrams of magnesium from foods like almonds and noted a 26% lift in muscle strength, alongside fewer sleep disruptions. Skip honey-roasted or oil-fried varieties. The added sugars and inflammatory fats undercut the benefits. Choose raw or dry-roasted almonds. Eat 8 to 10 about 30 minutes before bedtime. Chew. Slowly sip a little water and let your body handle the rest while you sleep. At this point, the choice is yours. Keep accepting legs that grow weaker every morning, or proactively flip the recovery switch tonight. Everything you need isn't in an expensive bottle of pills. It's in the 8 before-bed foods. Simple, affordable tools, powerful enough to change how your body repairs itself in just 12 hours. Start with 1 tonight. Check in with your body tomorrow morning, then build from there, 1 step each day. 1 new layer of protection for your muscles, joints, and confidence each night. If this helps, subscribe to the channel now and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss upcoming guides, especially tips to optimize your pre-sleep menu. Hit like, comment with the first food. You'll try and share this with someone who needs stronger, steadier legs. Your legs are the foundation of freedom. Nourish them tonight so tomorrow you move lighter, steadier, and more in control.